everybody. This is Impossible Coin. My name is Rocky Hardy, and Brian is likely asleep. But it's okay, because he needs his rest. It's very important.
No, Rocky. You know he's not really asleep. He's become one with the goose.
Oh, no.
He has joined the gaggle.
Oh, man. He's honking with the best of them now.
R.I.P. Brian. We will miss you sorely.
Here with me is the illustrious Tegan Somerset, teller of geese, prophet of cats. How are you, Teeks?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Actually. For once. That's how it goes. How are you, Rocky?
I'm doing all right. I had a night yesterday. I was at a couple of bars, yelling about stuff, a bit about video games. But, you know, that's just my life.
Only yelling a bit about video games?
Yeah. I had other IRL stuff to yell about as well.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad. It was mostly about, like, the new job and whatnot.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, so Tegan, what is going up with you? Going up? Going on?
So, we're in that transitional period over here. I don't know. You don't have real seasons down there, do you? Where it's like really cold in the morning and then midsummer in the afternoon again? You can't wear anything right now. But that means sweater weather is rapidly approaching, and I'm thrilled.
Well, it's good. If your girl shops in sizes that are too small, let her, because girls look better in a real tight sweater.
Aw, that sounds nice. I thought it was because sweaters stretch out over time naturally, so. You know, fuck it. You want it to fit right, you gotta order a little small. But I want everything big. Big. I want my sweater to reach my knees. I want every sweater I own to be a sweater dress. And, like, coats. I want all the coats. Anyway, but yeah, so we're hitting sweater weather season, which is great. But that also means we're in that part of the Ohio weather forecast where we can't, it doesn't matter what the weather report says, it's wrong. It says it's going to be hot, it's going to be cold. It says it's going to be cold, it's going to be hot. It says there's not going to be rain, you're bringing an umbrella anyway, because it's Ohio. You can't trust it. Trust nothing, especially not the weather.
Damn, I know meteorology is hard, but, like, Jesus.
It's impossible up here. Just, like, it doesn't matter. I bought a new umbrella because I don't trust the weather. So now I have my car umbrella and a purse umbrella, because that's how it goes.
Yeah, you're dual-wielding umbrellas now.
Dual-wielding umbrellas. Hey, for a while, I was tri-wielding umbrellas, because I had one in my car, and I had one in my purse, and then I kept one in my desk at work. But then the work umbrella broke, so it doesn't matter. So, I was also at a bar last night, except it was also a restaurant and a bar. I was with my best friend from high school. She came up her, like, parents live up here, so she comes up to visit periodically, and normally we try to plan something. But this time she was just like, hey, I'm gonna be in town tonight, do you want to go out? And I was like, yes, I do. Because every time we try to plan in advance, it's like, yeah, just let me know when you're free. And she's like, okay, and then nothing, and then, well, that didn't work out, so
you
she's just like, I'm free now, and I was like, I'm free at 7, and she's like, great, let's go.
Alright, I'm about it, going for it.
Yeah, it was a good time. But we got to the bar, and we sat down, and I look like my mother. I got dressed, and all I could think was, like, I'm wearing everything my mom would wear if she were going out. You know, like, I got a dog t-shirt on, like, jeans, messy hair, no shit. So I'm just like, wow, okay. And then I get there, and we're both just like, oh, look, we dressed like our moms today. Like, whatever, it's fine.
It's mom day at the bar.
Yeah, mom day at the bar on a, Friday? So we sat down and we ordered drinks, and our waitress was younger than us. She carded both of us, which is, like, fine, whatever. Like, that's what you're supposed to do, right? Mm-hmm. At the end of the night, she came over and she let us know that she carded us because when we sat down, she thought that we were both younger than her. Like, she was thinking, like, maybe 19. Maybe, like, that was the maximum she was willing to stick us at.
That's inspirational.
She had her IDs and stuff, and she was, like, trying to make sure they weren't, like, laminated and stuff. Like, she wanted to make sure they were real IDs because she thought we had fakes.
All right.
we're just like, we're both 30. We're almost 31. Well, babies. We just like our moms. Like, whatever. It was fun.
So, do you think your moms could pull the same bit?
My mom is almost 65.
Okay, probably not. Who knows? I don't know your mom.
She regularly gets mistaken for, like, mid-40s. My dad does not have that same luck because my dad has a large beard and it is very much salt and pepper. My dad looks like a mix between John Lennon and Hagrid. So, like, there's no way.
What?
He would never... Yeah. There's absolutely no way he'd be able to, like, pull that thing off. But my mom, yeah. Yeah, my mom regularly gets misidentified as, like, much younger than she actually is.
That's fun.
We got them good genes. My sister, however, my little sister never gets carded. She hasn't been carded since she was, like, 17. And that's because, like, she'd go out with my mom. And in Ohio, if your parent orders a drink and they give it to you, it's whatever, because it's on their, like, dime.
Right.
When they'd go out to celebrate stuff sometimes, they'd be like, yeah, let's, whatever. When my sister was in college, she'd be like, yeah, let's get a drink. Like, whatever. I'd rather you were drinking when I can do the supervising sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Whereas my mom just let me go. Like, she's like, whatever, you're a college in Cincinnati, you're going to do or you're not going to do, but, like, I trust you. Mm-hmm. So my sister literally has not been carded since she was, like, 17, 18, and she's just, like, got the attitude for it, where they're just like, all right, yeah, you have experienced drinking and it doesn't matter. Where I'm like, I don't know. I just look small. But she is small, so whatever.
Alright.
Attitude will get you a long way, my friends. Write that down.
It's a charisma check.
It is a charisma check, and she has high charisma. God. It's unfair. I want high charisma. So we had a good time last night. It was a good time. Towards the end of the night, she was just like, so, are you sure you're not a little gay? And I'm like, what does that mean? What is that? That's not the first time I've been asked in, like, the last couple months either. Like, are you sure you're not just a little bit gay? And I'm like, I don't know what that means. How do you just be, I don't know.
Well, it is a spectrum.
Yeah, I know it's a spectrum, but, like, what? What slightly gay vibe am I giving off, I guess? Vibe check. What's my slightly gay vibe?
I don't know what
Comment down below. But yeah, it was cool. She let me rant about Legend of Zelda for a while. She's used to that, though.
Alright.
When I was in high school was when I first started, like, was when I had my beginnings of my Brian David Gilbert I'm fixing the Legend of Zelda timeline thing because it hasn't been announced formally and it actually exists and everyone is a fool except myself. So she got to listen to me rant about it for months, sober. Yeah, and I got to listen to her talk about her book, which was exciting.
Oh, nice.
She's a writer. Her husband, like, he does, like, computer stuff. I don't know. He makes all the money. Well, he doesn't make all the money, but he makes, like, the, like, living money, and she just makes fun money.
I personally aspire to be in charge of the fun money.
Yeah. I just want to have fun money. Ideally, if I didn't have to pay for video games, and I could just spend money on, like, cosplay, that'd be sweet.
That's a mood.
It's a whole mood, because every cosplayer's nightmare is coming up. Halloween.
Oh, man. Did you see Ninja, like, cosplay an ice cream cone on The Masked Singer?
Oh, God, yeah, I did. What the heck?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like Ninja being paraded out in, like, mainstream stuff as, like, Mr. Video Games. I'm not about it.
Who would you rather be, Mr. Video Games?
Wait, if I actually got to pick?
Yeah, if you actually got to pick Mr. Video Games, who would it be?
Okay, real quick, there's a short list, because it's not a particular person. There is Maximilian Dude, who is arguably Mr. Video Games. He's big hype and whatnot. Smug the Beast would be an excellent Mr. Video Games. Mm-hmm. And, like, he would just be wildin' forever. He would be, like, a walking cartoon character, but he'd be cool. I actually like Smug the Beast. James Chen or Ultra David are also good candidates for Mr. Video Games because they're like adults with like real jobs. They wear suits and they look important, but they also can fucking throw down in just about anything.
Okay.
And number 5 potential Mr. Video Games is IFC Yipes. Yeah. Who's a commentator, this big FGC that I feel like would be a great Mr. Video Games. Wait, okay, hold on. I want to take one back. You want to
do a sub?
Yeah, honorable mention, Mr. Video Games is I'm a Cutie Pie. He, like, has the appearance of an actual, like, urchin, like, of what people, like, are afraid video game players are like.
Gremlin? He's a gremlin?
Yeah, he's
okay.
You should look at this dude. It's pretty intense. But he is actually a interesting personality that, like, can hold his own in, like, the mainstream conversation.
Oh, okay.
But, like, he's a rough-looking dude that, like, is kind of a shitbag half the time. But he cleans up well, which I think is important.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
I see exactly what you mean. That's a look, and it's a look he's obviously rocking on purpose.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, so I would Cutie Pie is the honorable mention Mr. Video Games, but any of those other 5 dudes, like present day, like if James Chen actually showed up someplace, like if James Chen was like fucking ESPN commentator, like you've got a seat at the desk for being Mr. Video Games, I would never question it. Like, nothing but respect for my president or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with that list. Maximilian would probably be like, he's the one with the biggest following, I think, and he keeps up to date with like the most things. But the rest of them play a little bit of everything. But they have weak spots. And, like, if I took any of those 6 dudes and put them on Tucker Carlson's show, it would be a fight no matter what, because that's what that show is. But I feel like Maximilian would be the one that would come out the cleanest at the end of it. Either between him or Ultra David, because Ultra David's an actual lawyer.
What? What?
Yeah.
He's got a real job?
Yeah, he has a real job. Yeah, Ultra David's an actual lawyer. But he's been with the FGC, like, forever. Mm-hmm. He plays Grappler specifically. Whenever a new game comes out, like, I trust him first, like, with
the tech?
Any of the new Grappler tech, yeah.
He wears, like, a button-up and a tie to stream it. What the heck?
He does!
Who is this accountant man?
Ultra David's great. I like him a lot, actually. He's a good dude. You guys should follow him on Twitter.
I don't feel like he should wear anything that doesn't have a collar. Like, I've seen some pictures of him in, like, a hoodie, and I'm not about it. If he looks uncomfortable without the collared shirt on, please let him wear it, please. Oh, God.
That's when they're trying to get him to, like, expand his brand or whatever, and it's like, no. Like, Ultra David's Ultra David. Let the dude rock.
It seems like at one point he has expanded a brand from, like, regular solid color gingham shirts to, like, a rainbow gingham shirt, and I feel like that's as adventurous as I want him to be. I'm okay with this. I see a picture of him in, like, an Argyle sweater. I'm all about that. That's fine. These pictures of him in hoodies, not so much. Not so much. He looks uncomfortable. Poor man. Please. Rock what you rock, my dude.
Oh, Seungwon Cho would also be a fun Mr. Video Games, but he should be other things before he's Mr. Video Games. Like, he's definitely Mr. Board Games. He honestly could be Mr. Anime.
I love Seungwon. Yeah. He's Mr. Anime in video games. He's your anime-ass video game correspondent.
Yeah.
I expect him to, like, comment on, obviously, Fire Emblem because he does, but also, like, Astral Chain and, like, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see him cover exclusively anime-ass video games.
I'm waiting for what he says about, like, the fucking new Guilty Gear. It's gonna be great.
Oh, God, yes, it's gonna be good.
Tegan, I understand you've been doing some math.
Yes, I did some math. Believe it or not, you were here when I did the math. And I know my cat's... What is it? My cat's levels? I know my cat's levels. I did it.
Okay.
I put in the time. I put in approximately 6 hours for each cat, although I did have to, like, run after one cat more than the other, and I did not count times that they were just sleeping. Because that's boring. Like, it's one thing if they're just, like, come over to you specifically to sleep, but if they wander away and then fall asleep, I don't feel like that counts. So, I counted mostly waking hours. But I followed them both for 6 hours. So, both of my cats, it turns out, are clerics.
Twin cleric cats. Let's go.
Yeah, twin cleric cats. Nico, he's pretty balanced as far as clericing goes, but he scored more points for soothing actions and appearing in your hour of need, where Roman got them almost entirely through gentle touch, because what he'll do is he'll come up next to you and he will lay on your arm very specifically so that he's like cradling it. It's very cute. It's very cute. He's a good cat. Anyway, but Roman got a 15.17 and Nico got a 13.5.
Okay, and is that their level?
That's their pet levels.
Okay.
So 15 and 13.
And then like the cat multiplier is like 2 point something?
Yeah. Something like that. Where's the thing? Brian David Gilbert, where are you at? Don't abandon me in my hour of need. The cat multiplier is 2.
Oh, just flat 2?
Yeah, the modification is 2, but the base for the cleric is 75.
Okay.
So it's 2 times 13 or 15 plus 75.
Okay, so wait, so flat 75? So it's...
Yeah, flat 75.
27 plus 75 is 102, and 15.7, which is 31.4 plus 75, which is 106?
Yeah, that's
okay.
What it's looking like. So they're not pretty tanky, all things considered. They have more health than I do, that's for sure.
Okay, so they're beefy cats.
They're beefy cats, but that's how clerics should be, right?
Yeah, otherwise they just get, focused down and then the whole party's screwed.
Yeah, exactly. But I think we've got 2 distinct clerics here. We've got a knife cleric and, a good cleric. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Part of the problem with Roman's gentle touches is his feet are full of claws, and so... sometimes when he's, kneading, he will accidentally really stab you.
Oh, God.
Or if he's trying to direct your hand, so, if he's, cuddling your hand and you go to pull it away and he doesn't want you to, he will full on, and, shank you. It's a good time. He's a good cat. You just gotta move slowly around him. He startles. But, yeah. So I did the math. I put in the time. And I hope Brian will return. When Brian returns, should he return from the gaggle of geese that he has also put in the time, Brian, because I did it. Don't lie about it, Brian. Don't do it. Don't commit a lie. Don't do a lie.
Don't do a lie, Brian.
Don't do a lie, Brian.
Oh, man. And what's this about Tom Holland, dude?
Tom Holland's gonna get a 3rd Spider-Man movie.
Okay.
Sony and Disney, put on their big boy pants and came to an agreement, and so now there's going to be another Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, which is good. He's still going to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that's good and pure, and I'm happy. Because he's the best Spider-Man! He's the best Spider-Man! Except for Miles. Miles is also the best Spider-Man. From Into the Spider-Verse. That one, specifically.
Okay. I want that movie.
I want that movie! I want more Tom Holland being Spider-Man because he's a dork. He's a memey dork and he's good, and I don't know. I just like his Spider-Man the best.
Andrew Garfield is probably my favorite Spider-Man. That's neither here nor there. It just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Garfield?
I don't know.
He did The Amazing Spider-Man with Emma Stone as...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Tom Holland's Spider-Man is very good.
Tom Holland's Spider-Man is very much like, I am a child and I don't understand these powers.
Yeah.
Where I feel like Andrew Garfield was a little more, in control of his powers. He was like, okay, this is a thing, and this is how I, handle it. What do you mean Drake Bell was a Spider-Man? What?
Like, I think it was a small thing. I don't think he got a feature film.
What the hell? What do you mean he was a Spider-Man?
Was it like a voice acting gig?
Yeah, he's the ultimate Spider-Man.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I was concerned. I thought I missed out on possibly the most chaotic Spider-Man, but no, I didn't.
I still love that Vine where, like, they have that dude in the Spider-Man costume just, like, doing random Spider-Man stuff, and they, like, somebody walks by and, like, tips them $1, and they take off the mask, and it's just Andrew Garfield. He just looks, like, super disheveled. Looks like, holy shit.
He's like, what?
It was really good. God damn it. But I'm glad that, like, Disney ponied up, and, like, they actually sliced up some kind of deal to, like, keep Spider-Man going.
Yeah. It's not like Disney doesn't have the money to do it. Honestly, yeah. Disney doesn't need to own everything. Like, let Marvel have fun with Spider-Man, please. God.
Let Spider-Man come over. Oh, man.
Now, if they wanted to buy, like, the DC Cinematic Universe and, like, really do some good shit with that, I'd be down.
Oh, man. I spent some time reckoning with Brightburn, and I'm not happy about it.
I don't know what that means. Wait, you have to... What?
Brightburn is a horror film, or horror in quotation marks, that asks the question, what if Superman was evil, though? And they do the same, like, origin story, right? Like, so there's, like, a family in rural middle America who's having trouble conceiving.
And they get space alien baby.
Yeah, they get a space alien baby in a weird ship. And when the kid starts to grow up and starts to discover their powers, instead of, being, like, instilled with, like, virtue or whatever, or even while being othered, deciding to, like, recognize that humans want to just, like, live and be safe or whatever, he decides that, like, he's better than humans because he has powers, and that he ultimately becomes, like, a sadist, and, like, he starts just, like, murdering people, and, like, no one would really be able to stop him at that point, early on or whatever. Before anyone figured out what, like, Krypton or Kryptonite was, like, he could probably do a lot of damage before anyone could do anything about it.
I mean, he could. And
that would just be it. And so, like, the movie itself is poorly written, because I think it handles the drama badly.
How do you handle drama badly?
There's a lot of ways to do it, but it was basically, like, cheesed over.
Oh, okay.
By the time the kid, whose name I can't really remember anymore, Evil Superboy.
Evil Clark Kent, but not named Clark Kent?
Yeah, it has another alliteration to it, too. I think they start with B's. Once he's, like, realized that he has, like, the Superman powers, he has super speed or whatever, he's just terrorizing and, like, building to, like, his kills or whatever, and it's, like, gory or whatever, but it's not any different from any other slasher film. At this point, like, the conceit isn't really surprising. Like, you know how, like, in horror movies, like, say Jason is, like, never moving any quicker than, like...
Than walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's, like, an actual, like, endurance predator.
But he always seems to show up in, like, nooks and crannies and, like, surprise, like, the would-be heroes.
Right.
And that's terrifying, because it's like, I just saw him walking. How did he get there that fast? But, like, those questions aren't questions you can ask about this villain, because it's just like, oh, yeah, he's Superman. Of course he can move that fast. And...
Of course he knows where you are. He has X-ray vision. Like, please.
Yeah.
You literally cannot hide from him.
So, like, it undercuts all the drama and makes, like, the situation, like, literally inescapable. So, like, there's no tension in it, really. Like, it's just, nope, Superman's, like, evil now. None of you have anything that could possibly do anything about Superman, so I guess you guys are gonna die, and I gotta wait for that to happen over the next 30 minutes.
And they didn't even include, like, the dread of realizing, like, hey, you're going to die and there's literally nothing you can do about it. They didn't even go into that.
There's, like, no time for them to, like, basically figure that out, which is dumb. It's a 90-minute movie. I guess they could have made it longer, but honestly, there wouldn't have been a point. It would just would have been stretching out the inevitable. Like, the movie felt like it was 2 hours long, but it was like 93 minutes.
Oof.
There's no ambiguity to, like, the villain or whatever, who is, like, you know, very much a child who, like, just grows up to be a sadist. It's like if Sid had Superman powers, like from Toy Story.
Oh, okay.
That's it. They're not going to do anything about it. There's no, like, way to chain that kid up or, like, put it back in the box. And there's no ambiguity to, like, how sadistic he is. He's just sadistic, and he's inhumanly powerful, and we're all screwed, I guess. Which, like, sucks, but there's no drama in it. There's no tension. There's, like, no way to build, like, that fear, really. And, like, they try, but they try about as hard as, like, Zack Snyder tries in, like, telling a DC story with gritty characters. So, like, it was just a major disappointment. And, like, I really like Superman the way that he is, and I feel like the challenges that they put in front of him is just, like, the thing that he can't beat in a single punch, which isn't really indicative of the best Superman stories, and doing the flip side of this is just, like, lazy. It feels like, what is it called, that show that just came out on Amazon about, like, the team of, like, vigilantes that have to kill these, like, evil corporate superheroes?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That show doesn't matter. It's just, ugh.
Yep.
But there are shows that do matter, that have come back this week, and I'm really happy about them. The Good Place, final Good Place season has started, and it's good. The writing is tight. The drama of the characters are interesting. Like, in the last season, they broke up a pretty instrumental couple that they built over the course of the show.
They did?
Yeah, it's really sad.
Is it, wait, have they already been established as far as I've been in? End of season 1?
No, they haven't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
And they basically put him in a situation where he'll probably end up with the other girl if someone doesn't do anything. And, like, they can't do anything because, like, all of humanity's at stake. Like, the stakes get pretty high after a while.
Okay.
But there was, like, an implication that the character that was going to be dropped into the last season, because we met them the season before, was just going to be the same character. And they took a really good opportunity to put them in a new environment where, like, they're now, like, in the, quote, good place, or good place, bad place, well, whatever we're in now. And they don't believe that they're dead.
Ooh, okay.
And so, like, they're treating, like, the whole, like, simulation as, like, a hallucination, like they're in a coma or something. Mm-hmm. And they spend the most of their time just acting out and trying to find a way out of it. But that's, like, actively counter to the goals that, like, the people have in the fake neighborhood that they've built for themselves now. So, like, that's a new challenge. That was, like, pretty unexpected. I didn't see it coming. Maybe Brian saw it coming. I don't know. But I thought it was an interesting twist on the character because it's a way of, like, having this same character in this new environment and not have them do the same stuff.
Ooh, okay. So I really gotta catch up is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's one of the best shows on television. Another one of the best shows on television is Superstore, which recently came back. The stakes have increased as well there. There's a character who had been an undocumented immigrant on the show. And at the end of the last season, he had just been, like, taken in by ICE.
Oh, God. What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. At the end of the last season, they were beginning, like, unionization efforts that seemed to be going nowhere. And then ICE was, like, called in to raid the store. And a betrayal that had been going on for most of the season. Oh, Tegan, I don't know if you're going to watch Superstore, but I need to tell you this story. It's really important.
Okay, tell me about the story, please.
There's two characters. One of them is, like, an assistant manager in the store, and she's, like, abrasive. That's what she is. She's ultimately a good person with, like, iffy sensibilities. She lives on her own. She has a large collection of birds. They are essentially her family at this point. She brings them into the store one day because her house is being, like, fumigated or something. Mm-hmm. And another character who has butted heads with this assistant manager in the past accidentally releases all of her birds.
Oh no.
And they just fly out into the wilderness.
Is it accidentally, or is it accidentally on purpose?
No, it's accidentally carelessly, because she put the birds in front of the vending machine, and he decides to reach through the cages to get to the vending machine, but he like hits the latch that unlocks all the cages, and they all just fly out.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
And he feels terrible about it, but she feels worse. Like, she spirals in like basically a horrifying depression, and he decides to go cheer her up, but she like essentially has like depression sex with him.
Oh, okay. I mean, whatever helps.
It's because he's being so supportive, and he didn't tell her that he's the one that released her birds, and he wanted to apologize for it, but everyone else was like, no, you can never tell her. It's like, but I feel so bad. Well, too bad. Fucking suck it up. Like, you're only gonna tell her to make yourself feel better, and it's gonna make her feel worse.
Don't do it. Oh my god, yeah, no, I'm on that team. Swallow your emotions. Don't say anything. Like, you fucking idiot. He does, doesn't he?
No, it's even better.
Oh, okay.
So, like, they've had, like, an official, like, on and off thing for a while.
Okay.
This, like, moment, like, solidified that, and she became, like, you know, really confident in their relationship and whatnot. And then, like, in the season finale, when she's going over the tapes where, like, this character was taken in by ice because she was like reliving the moment or whatever, she was going through older tapes, and she found the security footage where he released the birds.
No.
And then, like, you know, she's like scorched the earth angry. I think he's doing the shenanigan where he brings in all his Jordans to sell them in the store for like extra cash, because people realize that like they could bring their old shit and sell it in this Walmart to people, and they just make fake SKUs for it, which is like super illegal. They probably can't do that, but
I hope they can't do that. Jesus.
So he started doing that in like the store or whatever, and he like eventually decides that like no one is worthy of his shoe collection. He doesn't sell anything. But whenever Dina finds out about like the betrayal of Garrett releasing her birds, she burns all of his sneakers like in the parking lot, like in a giant like pile fire.
Oh my god.
And she's just like, she brings him outside to see the burning sneakers, and she just like leans over to him. She's like, just remember, I will never forgive you. And like, that's like their emotional note that they end on for the season. So while that's happening now, they are doing a vigil for like the character that got taken in by ice. They are restarting their unionization efforts. Some characters are trying to find a way to work together, despite, you know, openly hating each other. One of the characters that, like, has had a relationship with, like, a very well-meaning, nice, dumb man, who has been in the clutches of the store harlot, has been having an affair with this man for about a year, and they're gonna get married. And their proposal was, like, really simple and, like, small. Like, during, like, one of their secret meetups, he's like, hey, do you want to get married? And she's like, yeah. And, like, they're excited about it. And that's going on. Superstar is a show that's very dear to my heart. Brooklyn Nine-Nine's coming back soon. This Is Us started their 4th season, and it's probably one of the most, like, sunny, dramatic shows I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's super dramatic. It's dripping with drama. But, like, they're doing this sitcom formula where, like, things ultimately end well, even if, like, bad things happen.
Well, that's good, because that's what I want. That's what I think most people want, is for things to end well regardless of the bullshit.
Yeah. They're telling huge, interconnected, like, multi-generational stories. And they always have this conceit where, like, whenever they introduce a bunch of new characters, they're, like, disjointed, and we don't know how they connect, but we have a trust in, like, the showrunners that they do. And then they, like, tie it together, like, in the last, like, 5 minutes of whatever episode that we're in, and like they did a really good one in season 4 or whatever, where it's just like, oh, this person's son, or like they meet this person that we already know and love or whatever, and they're doing stuff like that, and it's great, and I'm happy with it.
That's good. If you're gonna have a big cast, they gotta know each other somehow.
Yeah. The show's full of like warm surprises, mostly. There's also new TV, one of which that I'm not sure about yet, which is like a college music professor who finds a new lease on life by wandering into like a town church choir and decides that he's gonna like whip the choir into shape. But like, it's like a big like,
Glee?
No, it's not Glee.
Is this Glee?
But it's basically
Glee, but in church.
It's like Glee in church, but Mr. Shu isn't like a boundless like fountain of like positive energy. Like he's like a misanthrope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Misanthrope professor takes on town church choir, and that's what's going on.
It's like, y'all suck. We can fix this.
It's called Perfect Harmony. I'm not sure about it yet. I'm gonna give it like a couple of episodes before I really decide.
You're gonna use anime episode rules?
Pretty much. I think my rule is usually about 6, because I've learned from like Seinfeld. Because Seinfeld's like first couple episodes are rough. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's a good show. But like I remember I got like the first 3 episodes and I was like, I'm not sure I like Seinfeld. And I remember some person who I like and respect, but like don't talk to that often, responded to is like, oh, I'm not sure I like you. And I'm like, holy shit.
Okay.
Like, okay.
Okay.
This is the TV show.
That escalated quickly. Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot. But this other show that I am really hopeful for, which feels like it's gonna be like essentially the new Office. It's called Sunnyside.
That's a bold claim. That's a bold fucking claim.
I mean, they do those, like they always take a shot at it, you know, and some of them work like Parks and Rec, and like some of them don't. But it's called Sunnyside. It stars Cal Penn. And Cal Penn is a disgraced city councilman who has been removed from office. And he is met by, like, you know, a lovable bunch of misfits that want to become citizens of the United States. And they want Cal Penn to help them study for the citizenship test.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, there's a couple of people that, like, you know, are, like, non-native speaker immigrants. But, like, a couple of them are, like, wealthy, like, Chinese immigrants that just need to learn enough to pass the test. And it looks like it's going to be fun. I don't know how cringe it's going to be, but they have, like, a healthy amount of cringe, a healthy amount of laughs, and hopefully there's some heart in there. And we'll see how it goes.
Hopefully there's some heart in there. I don't like that phrase.
Well, like, because there's some shows that, like, that lean so heavily on cringe, but, like, you know, they're not British, and so, like, they're not going to get, like, peep show fame. It just becomes, like, a middling show about, like, people that we don't want to hang out with.
Gotcha. Okay.
The Office, like, honestly, like, season 1 was kind of like that because they were trying really hard to be, like, the UK version, where, like, the only likable characters in the show were probably Jim and Pam, and, like, everyone else was designed to get on your nerves but, like, grow on you.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, like, Dwight got a full fucking arc in that show. So did Michael, obviously. Michael became, like, a lovable buffoon instead of just, like, being, like, a shitty, inept boss. And other characters in the background, like Stanley and, like, Meredith became really great. And, like, Creed got some of the best fucking one-liners in that whole fucking show. Like, when Dwight's trying to, like, interrogate the entire office about marijuana or whatever, he, like, puts out a photo of a plant, and Creed looks at it, like, he asks him, like, what is this? And Creed, like, puts on, like, spectacles or something. He's like, that is a California indicus, right? Like, naming, like, the actual species of the plant. Mm-hmm. And Dwight's like, no, it's marijuana. And he pulls the photo away. Like, just dejected because he knows even less than Creed. And
God.
There's a lot of really great moments that they build up because, like, they're characters that they allowed to grow on us. But there is, like, an idea in, like, screenwriting TV business that, like, if we make the right misfits and let them grow on people enough, it doesn't matter what we write. And that's just not the truth. Like, that's why, like, the first, like, couple seasons of, like, Parks and Rec failed before, like, they cleaned up and trimmed some fat and figured out the rest of it. But yeah, that's Rocky's fall TV roundup so far, I guess. Also, in Empire, like, Terrence Howard's dread wig is fucking stupid, and I can't believe they paid money to give that to an actor on national TV. What the actual fuck? It's like the worst. Have you seen this wig, Tegan?
No. Please send me a picture of the wig, because I have opinions on wigs.
Okay. Oh, man. I mean, there have been some bad wigs over the years, but this is top 5 worst wig I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's not even remotely believable. It's actually insane. And I hate it. Here you go.
Oh, okay. What do we do? Go to Party City?
Yeah, right?
We're Halloween in the off season? What the fuck is this?
Like, this show has, like, they spend, like, nearly $1 million per episode.
What the fuck are they spending it on? Food?
I guess. It's all on the crafts table. Like, Jesus Christ.
What the hell? That's like, not a good wig.
Like, there's no way you show me this. I'm not gonna believe this. Oh, also, like, Terrence Howard himself has actually lost his mind. Like, he was on the red carpet at the Emmys.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking to, like, a talking head or whatever. And someone took a video of him for, like, a minute. It just had some of the best quotes I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, no. I'm afraid.
I've made some discoveries in my own personal life with the science that Pythagoras was searching for. I was able to open up the flower of life properly and find the real wave conjugations that we've been looking for 10,000 years. Why would I continue walking on water for tips when I've got an entire generation to teach a whole new world? This is the first one, right?
Ooh, yeah.
And then he asks a follow-up question, and he's like, well, let me put it this way, to, like, restate what he apparently was already saying.
Yeah, I don't know what he said before, but okay.
All energy in the universe expresses motion. All motion is expressed in waves. All waves are curves, so where do the straight lines come from to make the platonic solids? There are no straight lines.
What?
I'm gonna run that back just one more time. All the energy in the universe is expressed in motion, all motion is expressed in waves, and all waves are expressed in curves. So where does the straight lines come from to make the platonic solids? There are no straight lines. That's him trying to say something. And I don't know
what is he trying to say? Is he okay?
Tegan,
did he have a stroke in the middle of that?
He is on something. He smoked a blunt, and then he ate the edible, and then he walked out on the red carpet. 20 minutes in, someone put a microphone in front of his face, and he just started talking.
He did. Wow. What the? Hey, what the fuck?
It's legit amazing. I love it so much. So, like, I saw the wig first, and then I found this video. And, like, I kind of forgive him for the wig because of this video, because this video is, like, just meme gold. Meme magic. Oh, my God. Where did the straight lines come from?
Where do the straight lines come from?
No, Tegan, it's a lie. There are no straight lines.
There are no straight lines. What? The science that Pythagoras was trying to find.
For like 10,000 years,
so
Tegan.
Dramatic. Oh, God, are you okay?
But, Tegan, he's opened the flower of life. Like, and he's no longer walking on water for tips, because he has a whole new generation to teach, Tegan.
Alright.
Oh, man. It's so much. Okay, so, once again, this is ostensibly a video game podcast.
Yup. This is a video. We play video games.
Oh, man. I've been spending a lot of time with stuff that I can walk around with, because my in-home stuff has been dominated by other things, some of which TV, some of which not. And I played the new Mario Kart mobile game, and it's a neat little iteration of Mario Kart with insidious, like, transactions.
What do you mean, but how insidious are the transactions?
The Mario Kart is now a gacha game, right?
What? What do you mean it's now a gacha game?
It's a gacha game.
I don't like that.
So you can gacha for drivers, obviously, but you can also gacha for karts and paragliders, which is fine. You know, like, That's already in, like, Mario Kart 8. Like, you play through the game, you get more carts, you get more characters, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing as a gacha. I have to pay money now for these things?
Right. Or earn gems through, like, playing. But here's the thing. The reason that, like, you're gonna play the gacha is because races have point values associated with them. Mm-hmm. And, like, you get a base point value based on your loadout, which is, like, the character you pick, the cart that you choose, and the glider you take. And, Tegan, here's the kicker. On each stage, there are stage-specific advantages for taking certain characters, which are as powerful as if you pick the right character, every time you hit an item block, you can get 3 items.
What?
Instead of just 1. And if, like, you get, like, the true roulette, where you get 3 of the same item off of a single item block, you enter a frenzy state where you just have infinite of the item for a limited amount of time.
Why?
Also, characters have character-specific, like, super items, kind of like Double Dash. And some of them are really strong. For example, Musician Mario from New Donk City has a character-specific ability where instead of getting a single bomb, he gets double bombs every time he, like, gets bombs on the roulette. And so, like, he'll throw 2 bombs, like, and they'll spread and have a bigger explosion that, like, covers the entire track. And it's gnarly. And so, like, there's gacha, so there's a premium currency you pay money for. But, you know, if you get 45 of them, you get a spin for free or whatever, or a launch for free. Like, the shit launches out of a warp pipe like a cannon now. Also, there's a subscription associated with it that costs, I think it's like $5 a month for the Mario Kart. And they're going to put out like a new like Grand Prix every 2 weeks or whatever. And the highest racing like speed difficulty is locked behind the subscription. So like you can go up to like 150cc for free, but if you want to get to 200cc, you got to pay for the subscription.
Hey, what the fuck?
Yeah, so it's subscription based. There's also a gacha, and it's Mario Kart with like possibly very near pay to win stuff. But the only reason it's not actually pay to win is because when you play the game, you're not actually playing against human players. It's actually pretty insidious. Instead, you are actually playing against 7 CPUs with human names associated with them that look like usernames. So it looks like you're playing against people, but you never are.
I hate that. I hate everything. All those things you said, I hate it.
It is terrifying. That's what's going on in Mario Kart Mobile. The control scheme is actually not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
It has like the auto steering that'll like help you out and whatnot. It takes a little getting used to because like, you know, when you play Mario Kart, you're usually like holding down a button and driving. But in Mario Kart Mobile, your cart moves forward on its own. And you like tap left and right to like turn essentially. And then swipe up to throw items in front of you and back to throw items behind you.
Without having all the buttons, that makes sense.
Yeah, so like, it's actually a pretty good solution, and the falling off thing doesn't look like it's a thing that happens to you anymore, because like, I've like intentionally like made some really bad like turns or whatever, where I was supposed to like, you know, veer off into a Korean and then like the Lakitu picks me up, but that doesn't seem to happen anymore.
Oh, okay.
You don't fall off, so you can actually take some pretty gnarly like drifts and whatnot. And you're not playing against people, so I guess it doesn't matter that much.
How is it that they've gotten it, like, so right with Pocket Camp and so wrong with everything else?
I feel like Fire Emblem Heroes, it's a gacha, but they embrace it, and, like...
It's a gacha, but it's all gacha, and, like, they know. Like, the people who are playing Fire Emblem Heroes get it because they play other gachas.
Yes. Like, I don't think this is gonna go the way of Super Mario Run, where, like, they overdo it and it just falls apart.
Right.
But Nintendo's trying to find, like, the line of how much they can get away with. Apparently review copies of Mario Kart Mobile shipped with, like, a stamina meter and a second premium currency that you could use to, like, improve, like, the rewards from the gacha.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's even more disgusting.
Right. And, like, they've pared it down for, like, this release. And so, like, they're trying to find out how much they can get away with without people yelling at them. So, like, people who are playing Mario Kart Mobile, You should yell about this insidious bullshit.
Yeah, please do. They added a gacha a while ago to Pocket Camp where it's, they're fortune cookies. Like, whatever, the fortune cookies exist in the real game. You can buy some of them with bells. Like, there's 2 every day that you can buy with bells. You can earn the basic fortune cookies by giving, there's like a chance for the villagers to give them to you if you give them something that's worth like a higher value when they're asking for like generic items. Or they don't have like a specific request. But you can also buy them with the leaf tickets. But now you can earn leaf tickets so easily in the game that buying wardrobe-specific fortune cookies or whatever with leaf tickets isn't like a huge deal. You don't have to sink a bunch of money into it to get what you want.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
And they give you like a punch card when you buy cookies with leaf tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And for every 10 punches on a card, there's like an option where you can pick like the 5-star item from one of the cookie sets.
Okay.
So like, it's really not bad.
Super Mario Run, like, I felt like it's something that they wanted to work out, but it didn't look like they put a lot of time into it. I feel like Mario Kart Mobile is something that they are a bit more committed to, like, having run sufficiently.
Okay.
And so, like, I think they will clean up their act over time. But, also I played a bit more Tetris 99 because, like, I decided to fuck with it again. And I got, the Kirby, like, screen thing. And I didn't get a win in, like, normal play, but I have access to Invictus. Or not Invictus, Maximus. If you've won a game before.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to click into it, but the wait was, like, a lot longer. And so, like, I didn't continue playing. And I've been playing a lot of auto chess, like Drodo still. And they've added a new healer, which makes, like, a couple new synergies interesting. One of which is dragons, which is, like, particularly strong. Because, like, the dragon units have some pretty strong abilities. One of them was actually pretty lame, where it's just, like, a beam or whatever. And another one had, like, a dot they could put on someone. But, like, the king, like, dragon unit is, like, Dragon Knight. Which is, like, once its, like, ability activates, it, like, transforms. And then it becomes, like, immensely powerful. But since you have to wait for its mana to fill, it usually, like, dies or has, like, really low health by the time it actually transforms, so you don't get a lot of mileage out of it. But the dragon ability makes it so that they start with max mana. So, like, if you have a Dragon Knight and you have dragons, like, available, it goes nuts. And with the new dragon unit, which is, like, a mage that, like, encases a character in ice and, like, lets them heal without being able to be attacked for, like, 4 seconds. It's just, like, really strong if you can, like, position it well.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 abilities are, like, really strong in dragons and allowed, like, a lot more dragon stuff come back into the meta and, like, made things like dragon mages possible. And, like, mages is still probably one of the strongest comps in the game because, like, it's essentially, like, its keyword, once it's activated, makes it so that your enemies just have less resistance. The first, like, tier of it just gets you, like, 30% more damage, which is significant. Like, it allows you to swing a lot of fights that you wouldn't otherwise. But one of them makes it so, like, you just start dealing double damage.
Just like, alright, fuck you.
Yeah. And, like, the biggest mage, which is, like, God of Thunder. God of Thunder has an ability that just deadass does fucking, like, percent health damage. So it's, like, 200 plus 10% of your health. But that double damage, which just, like, pops out and it hits everything on screen for, like, 40% of its health now, and it just blows them up. It's fucking terrifying. Like, I like, walked into some fights where I had, like, God of Thunder, didn't really know what it was, like, how it really worked. And it was like, they're pushing me back at first, and I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'm in danger, and then boom, and they're all dead. It's like, oh, never mind, I guess I win. And they've added a new mode, which is duos. Instead of playing 1v7, you end up in pairs, and you do 2-man teams in, like, 4 sets. And you set up your own board, but you can lend 2 of your pieces to your teammate. So you try to play, like, compatible synergies and, like, lend each other stuff. And it's interesting. Like, it's not open to rank play yet. It's still casual, so, like, people are still figuring it out. But it has some potential to allow you to be a bit more freely developing your stuff. Like, I played with someone that, like, specifically developed, like, a, like, beefy warriors team. So I was able to focus on, like, mages because they just gave me 2 of, like, their beefiest tanks, and I just used that as my front line. So I no longer had to invest in front line. And I just gave them, like, 2 of the most powerful mages in the game and just left that on their side. And now they had great sustain and significant damage, and I had decent sustain and, like, incredible damage, and we roasted everyone that we played. It was a very fun time.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. It's always fun where you're just like, let's try a thing, and then it steamrolls.
Yeah!
That's good.
Just fuck their shit up, Tegan. It was great. And then Sayonara Wild Hearts fucked my shit up.
In a good way or a bad way?
No, in a good way. Also, I realized who the narrator was. It's Queen Latifah.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh! Okay.
Right? And the last, like, I finished the last, like, 2-3 heartbreaks. One of them is, like, you actually get, like, taken into someone else's, like, virtual world, and, like, part of the level plays out, like, on the visor that they're wearing for, like, their augmented reality thing, and you're, like, dancing around it, but it's, like, the screen is just, like, the person's face wearing the visor, and, like, you moving around, it moves the camera as you're, like, sliding left and right on it.
Oh, that's neat. Okay.
It was a really cool, like, artistic choice. The last level is, like, a compilation level where you get to, like, revisit some of the most, like, engaging moments of, like, the previous levels. And then, like, you turn into a dragon and, like, fly through the galaxy or whatever. It's fun and colorful and, like, bright and stuff. So I think I'm gonna start try to work on, like, getting through the whole game where it, like, plays through continuously and see if I can put together a recording for it. But it's one of those things that, and this isn't a detriment towards the game, but I think it's just about as much fun to play as it is to watch. It's really cinematic. You just, like, roll through it. The music's great. And you play through, like, singular buttons. There's sections where you mash, where you dodge things. Watching it go is just about as fun as going. And
ooh, okay.
I like that a lot about this game. I'm really happy with the $15-some I paid for it. And, like, on Apple Arcade, if you got that, like, definitely fuck with it. Like, it's worth playing.
Yeah. So we played, last night, the Borderlands, I want to say it was the Handsome Collection, but I did come in partway through, and I had been drinking, as we previously established. But, it was, I got to see, like, the last 2 chapters of it, and, like, okay, so while I don't enjoy the gameplay style or the artistic style of Borderlands itself, I do appreciate the dialogue.
The dialogue's actually one of his stronger points. It's good stuff. The
dialogue was great, and so now Alex is getting ready to play Borderlands 3, so I'm gonna have our boots on the ground reporting of Borderlands 3 for sure, but, like, this is funny. Like, Borderlands is funny.
Yes.
Borderlands is funny with, like, appropriate, like, gag humor that isn't just slapstick. I feel like a lot of gag humor in video games nowadays, or maybe it's just the games that I have been paying attention to, is more slapstick than actually, like, clever writing. And Borderlands has some very clever writing in it that I was really appreciating last night. The, like, so they were doing, the part I walked in on was where they were, breaking into Helios, and so, like, they had to pick different, like, disguise costumes, and the one guy had, like, a hologram, disguise based on his old boss's face that he'd pulled off of somebody else's body. And he was just, like, holding it up. He's like, oh, no, it's worse from the other side. And all I could think was, like, it would be worse from the other side.
Oh, God.
Because he's looking at the back of it, And just, like, the little, like, the witty banter back and forth between the characters was really good. So I'm kind of excited about Borderlands 3 now, because they were like, we started Borderlands 3 earlier, and we were like, we don't know why this one guy is absolutely bonkers, so we decided to play the little pre-sequel thing, so we could figure out what the fuck happened. And I don't think they figured out what the fuck happened, but it was a good time.
Oh no. Well, I know it's a good time to get back into Borderlands 3. I think, like, one of the characters got buffed.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Because, like, his late game was really weak. Like, Zane, I think?
Oh, yeah. That happens. I've had conflicting reports of Borderlands 3. There are people who've come in and been like, yeah, Borderlands 3 was great. And then a bunch of people were like, I don't know, I like the other Borderlands games better. And all I could think was like, but aren't they, like, basically the same? Basically? And one of the guys was like, yeah, it's exactly the same. And now it's just old. And I'm like, that doesn't make... But that's what you wanted, I thought. Like... Everyone was all excited for the new Borderlands because it was more Borderlands, not Borderlands slightly to the left.
Yeah.
You know? Like, the Call of Duty beta was Call of Duty, but also Battlefield. So, I don't know what you want at that point. Did you want Borderlands again, or did you want something different in the Borderlands universe? Like, I don't know. I also went back in Link's Awakening and did all the statue stuff.
Nice.
Yeah! So now all the little houses have little statues of Mario characters in them because it's Link's Awakening and it's full of fucking Mario characters. God. I'm also gonna go back through the dungeon, the color dungeon specifically. So basically as soon as I got the Rock's Feather, I opened up the color dungeon, which was the wrong thing to do, and I know it was the wrong thing to do, because the color dungeon's supposed to be, like, later in the game than when I was actually trying to do it, and whatever. I wanted to do it, because I wanted my red tunic, so I could just fuck everybody up.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And so now I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna get my red tunic, and then I'm really gonna kick, the Nightmare's butt. Even though I've already beat the game.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna fuck around some more with Dungeon Builder thing. Dompe's grave thing. It's interesting. It's been interesting.
Okay.
I wish I had more control over the rooms. Basically, I want Super Mario Maker, but with Legend of Zelda. Yeah. And just exclusively building dungeons. And while I am doing that, sort of, you're only able to use dungeon rooms that are, like, they're pre-built with certain enemies in them, and they connect to other rooms in certain ways, and, like, the only real rules you have are all the doors have to connect to somewhere, and there has to be an entrance and a nightmare lair. Which is your boss room. That's it. But you can fill the entire thing with mini-bosses if you want. You can use a mini-boss from every other, like, dungeon if you want. Doesn't matter. But I wouldn't mind it if it was like, here's you building the thing, like, now pick your monsters and now pick your traps. Like, I feel like there could be more here, and I want there to be more here, you know?
I'm actually interested in, like, how those rules would be defined, because one of the things that are different, specifically between Mario and Zelda, is, like, runtime. That, like, if you're playing a Mario game... A Mario level, if they have pretty difficult sequences, it could take you a long time to beat. But, like, an actual, like, completion run takes about, maybe a couple of minutes? Like, maybe at most 10. But, like, Zelda dungeons, like, first time runs all the way through, like, you don't have, like, that reset that, like, puts you in the same place. And I'm trying to think of, like, what kind of rules you would use to define them. I don't remember that well, but I'm pretty sure there are instances where, like, if you don't use your keys in the right order, you can get really stuck.
Yeah, you really can. The way that they've solved that for the mini dungeon builder is the last chest you open has the nightmare key in it. It doesn't matter what order you open the chests in, the last one you open has the nightmare key.
Okay.
And you don't need a map or a compass, because you know the layout of the dungeon, because you've built it. So you don't have to worry about those two particular chests either. You already know every room that has a chest in it. You already know that they're gonna have keys in them. If you're entire dungeon only has 2 locked doors, but it's got like 8 chests in it. The first 2 chests you open will have keys in them. The rest of them will have rupees. And the last one will have the nightmare key.
Okay.
So it really, like, does not matter, which cuts down on the runtime significantly, because I've built a dungeon and then done the entire thing in, like, 2 minutes. It just depends on how big you make it.
Okay. One of the things that I would really be interested in with this technology isn't necessarily a Zelda builder, but, like, a D&D builder. Like, if you could build, say, like, an actual, like, dungeon crawl for, like, Diablo or like Baldur's or whatever.
That'd be neat.
And then like communicate that with a flash device or like a cloud server or something like that. That could be really cool.
An amiibo?
Yeah. Well, yeah, an amiibo, basically. And you could like show up to like a D&D night and just like run like a battle. Like, there was a game that was like this on the Wii U. Where, like, you had that kind of asymmetrical gameplay, and people were really excited because they thought it would, like, build into something like D&D, because you would have, like, one person with, like, the screen controller, and everyone else is, like, playing with, like, Wiimote versus, like, something on the TV, while someone else is, like, doing other things with the pad in their lap or whatever. That kind of gameplay could be really cool, especially if we ever got the functionality of, like, a Switch Lite working as a controller for a Switch, the same way that the Wii U controller did, or even just like setting up something that could support that kind of disjointed gameplay. We're probably pretty far off from like anyone really putting that together. But, you know, Nintendo's been a bit more open to third-party development these days, and maybe someone will put that together for the Switch.
That'd be nice.
That could be really cool.
I'm interested. I'm very interested in that.
Wizards, like, just make a branded D&D Beyond expansion.
Wizards, listen. We have an idea. Give us, like, our character slider. Let us input our characters into, like, a D&D computer thing so that we can run dungeons. Even if we could do it, like, over the internet, like, on a PC, that'd be good, I think.
You know what, Wizards, it doesn't even have to be us. Honestly, what you could do, because Critical Role is going to put out their fucking animated series, just make it a companion to the animated series, and they could play it on, like, Switch or, like, Apple Arcade or whatever, and they could run along the adventure as well. Like, that could be fucking dope.
That would be really cool.
And it'll make you a shit ton of money.
We got some ideas, and all we want are our names in a book.
I would like to be able to put that on my resume. Just get some credits. I'd like a producer credit. That would be actually excellent.
Does that count? If we just generate the idea, is that a producer credit?
Or give me a consultant credit. Like, I'll take that.
I'll take that.
Like, yeah, I will finesse that consultant credit into something. Like, bet. Watch me.
You just list it at the bottom on your accomplishments.
Consultant credit on Critical Role, like, Switch port, and they're like, wait, what?
Yeah, they're like, how did you manage this? And then you get to launch into, well, I have a podcast.
Podcast. Oh man, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find a way to ethically bring up my podcast at some point.
Please do.
Okay. Tegan, what else have you guys been playing?
That's honestly mostly it. I haven't picked up the stupid Goose Game yet. Oh, I did start watching, my friends and, my cosplay friends are playing the KFC dating simulator.
Oh, how is that? Did they pick the Ludus option?
Of course they did. But it's, Brian is half right.
Okay. That sounds about right.
Yeah, it is a big ol' ad. It's a big ol' ad. But also, it's weird as heck. Like, it's not quite in the vein of, like, a Sneak King or something like that, just because it's so wild. It's definitely more, like, parody spoof than, like, trying to, like, accurately represent what the dating sim, like, is. You know? So I'm not, like, I know he was real upset about it, but I'm not upset. It's just, wow.
Yeah.
All the artists did a great job on it, though. Like, wow.
But Tegan, they're making like invasive ads. Like Psyops is actually like a crazy ad making company.
Here's the thing. I would not mind being advertised to if it were fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's, like, the biggest distinction is, like, if the advertisement isn't fun, then it's not worth my time. The KFC dating sim game is fun and worth the, like, 2 hours I invested into it remotely with my friends, like, enjoying the experience, but it's not worth necessarily more than that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There isn't a KFC in my area. I'm not gonna, like, I can't DoorDash myself some KFC no matter how much I want to. I'm not affected the same way somebody who, like, lives down the road from a KFC might be, you know? Yeah. So, like, I don't care. Now, if it were a big, scary, evil corporation, you know? Like a Facebook or something that was doing this sort of thing, I'd have a lot more concern. But it's a restaurant. Like, whatever, my dude. They just want me to eat some chicken, and you know what? I could probably stand to have some fucking protein in my diet anyway, so whatever.
And KFC's, like, chicken isn't even that good. KFC's actual chicken is pretty low on the fried chicken tier list. Like, it's C tier.
I think it's the breading that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And the breading's good because, like, people don't want to invest the time into frying their own chicken. You know?
It does take some time. And also, I've caused a couple of kitchen fires. I totally understand.
Please stop. Please stop setting your kitchen on fire. Stop it. Rocky, stop it.
I don't do it anymore. I'm just saying it's happened in the past. At some point.
On the show! I think you set your kitchen on fire while we were recording at one point.
No, maybe that was because I was trying to eat lunch. We ran long. Whatever.
Yeah, and you were just like, hang on. And we were like, okay. And then we just like prattled on. And then you came back, sorry, my kitchen was on fire. We were just like, what? Jesus. But yeah, so whatever. I don't know. If you're using a funny ad to, like, get me to eat a food, I don't care. If you're using a funny ad to get me to, like, purchase things, goods and services that aren't, like, energy-based, I'm more likely to be suspicious.
I think the best ad I ever saw for the Popeyes chicken sandwich was when, there's a comedian that I follow, and he had them, like, side by side, like the Chick-fil-A and the Popeyes. And he had the Chick-fil-A sandwich, like, this is good. I really like this sandwich. And then, like, he bit into, like, the Popeye sandwich, like, this is better. That's just it. Like,
this is good. I like this. This is, wow.
It was like that scene in Parks and Rec where, like, they do, like, the burger cook-off and, like, they have them eat, like, the Vegemite, like, turkey burger or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it was, like, immaculately crafted. And, like, they had it and it was like, this is a good burger. And then Ron Swanson's like, this is a burger. I made it with beef. Put ketchup on it. Or don't. I don't care. And they, like, instantly bite into it, and it was just like, this is better. Like, this is
like, wow. I have had, like, that, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Something's gonna kill me. It may as well be advertising for food. I don't care.
Oh my god, Teeks. Alright, speaking of things that might kill us, do you want to move on to the news?
Yeah, let's do the news. So, like, Rocky?
Yes.
I see our first story has something to do with Logitech and money.
Oh, yeah. They bought Streamlabs for more money than I will likely ever see in my lifetime.
Oof.
Logitech acquired Streamlabs for roughly $89 million. Plus $29 million in bonus payments. For people who don't know, bonus means extra. If the team can hit, quote, significant revenue growth targets. Streamlabs say they have about 1.6 million streamers using their tool each month, with 161 million hours streamed through it since it launched in beta in January of 2018. Damn! They just got here!
They just got here, but they are, when you're good at what you do.
118 million in a year? That's wildin'. Around 480,000 users. That's cool. That's on mobile. They have 1.6 million streamers on their tool using PC, and on their mobile streaming app, they have about 480,000. It looks like a good idea for Logitech to, branch into streaming, pick this up. And, Logitech is just, as long as they keep selling mice, as long as we use mice to move cursors on screens, they're going to have money. And they might as well throw it at streaming because that seems like the next big thing. They have announced that the tools for Streamlabs will remain free. And they will continue to support any platform they already support today, which is so far Windows, Android, and iOS. Sorry, Linux. The acquisition wars are in full effect, and, hardware is getting on it too, not just platform holders.
I'm interested. I have a ton of friends who stream on Twitch who use the Streamlabs to do cool overlays and stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm interested in what this brings to them. Everything's still going to be the same, basically, but I want to know what these growth targets are that they want to hit, like how they want to hit them, I'm
kind of interested in what Streamlabs is going to do with the cash.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, obviously, they're going to pay off debts and pad the people that deserve to be padded and whatnot. But hopefully we get, new functionality and whatnot. More content is probably a good thing, but, since streaming itself is designed around content creators, I hope they get more tools.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really up to date on what tools Streamlabs could be possibly missing. I always worry about these kinds of acquisitions and where the money ends up going. If it just passed the executives, that's kind of lame. And then they try to squeeze more out of everyone else. It would make sense. I've seen it before, but it's still lame.
Mm-hmm. I'm intrigued.
So, Tegan, there's something here about a potential, cause of death. What I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking die. Are you ready to fucking die? Because I am. Because
okay.
I'm going to be... I will be taking on a challenge called Staying Up for 24 Hours to watch the Pokemon Sword and Shield live stream. The 24-hour Pokemon Sword and Shield live stream will be beginning 6 a.m. Pacific time on October 4th. That's going to be a lovely 9 a.m. for me. Can't wait. And the broadcast footage will be from a camera set up in the Galar region forest called the Glimwood Tangle. What?
I don't know the Glimwood Tangle, but it sounds very British.
We're learning so much more about this region than we did about Alola before it came out. So I'm I'm in it. I'm neck deep in figuring out everything. This is great. The live stream, they're telling us that it's going to showcase Pokemon from the Galar region, native to the Glimwood Tangle, obviously showing us, their behavior. And the Sword and Shield website does say that viewers may, see things that surprise them. And all I can think is, Sirfetch'd is going to come on that screen. I don't know if he's gonna, if it's gonna be a Farfetch'd that evolves, or whatever. If they don't do an Untitled Goose Game with Sirfetch'd moment, where it, fucking knocks over the camera, and is a little shit with it, then there's no point in this stream, number one. Number two, I'm expecting, and this is me, and I'm probably wrong, but whatever, I'm expecting to see a legendary. Not the Sword and Shield, dog legendaries. Whatever the Mew, Celebi, Jirachi, that level legendary That one I think is going to make an appearance.
I'm interested in that.
That's my theory.
It's going to be like in the last like hour or whatever. It just pops up. By the way, here's the legendary. What? And then like...
Yeah, it'll just be like a tail or like a little antennae or something, and it'll like poke itself into it, and then the camera will fucking fizzle out or something. You know, because Sirfetch'd was being a dick with it earlier. Because that's what they do. They're just the untitled goose. That's it. They're just that goose.
Oh, man.
But a lot
of
people
like
are...
Sirfetch'd.
He's good. He's a good mon. I'm excited. A lot of people who have been back-checking, like, the leaks, the supposed leaks, are finding that there are a couple of counts where almost everything is right. So, interesting. I'm excited. I'm gonna be up all day. Well, I mean, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be up all day, and then you guys won't hear from me. That'll be fine. I'll let you know how it goes, I guess.
Well, I hope you stay safe. I'm actually really interested in a lot of stuff. I want to know more about these clubs and, like, the towns, like, what kind of side quests and, like, characters we'll be interacting with. I want to see at least 3 weird NPCs to fuck with. I really want Hex Maniacs to be a big deal here. Because, like, as much as, like, Hex Maniacs are, like, loved in the community, there's only, like, 2 games, I think, that, like, they really are showcased in.
Mm-hmm.
Hex Maniacs feel really British to me. And, like, if we're going to do not Britain, I really want the British Hex Maniac and, like, maybe other British goth character types.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the villain team are just lads, so... you know.
The Mad Lads.
The Mad Lads, so it'll be fine. I'm sure the Hex Maniacs will get their sun time? I don't know if you want to put a Hex Maniac in the sun, actually.
No.
Scratch that.
But I want a particularly, like, shady part of the region where it's just, like, it's not always night, but it's, like, always bleak. Like, it's just always cloudy. Because we've gotten a lot of, like, sunny expanses and whatnot. And there needs to be some sort of grimy, definitely, like, overcast area of the game.
You mean like that part in, Auras where it just rained the entire time?
Yeah.
Something like that?
I want that.
I want that, but only if every NPC you talk about is complaining about the weather.
Oh, they gotta.
But at least one person needs to be like, we don't really hate the weather, but it's the easiest thing that we can all talk about.
And then, like, one of your rivals will show up and, like, also complain about the weather, and they just jump down their throat.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you know about the rain? It's like, oh, shit.
I'm in. I'm invested. I want it to grow and thrive.
So, like, do we know anything about this Glimwood Tangle? Is that real?
No, that's it. That's what we know. We know it's in the Glimwood Tangle. That's it.
Okay.
That's what we know. It's a forest. It's the Galar region forest. That's it. That's about all we know. It's home to a bunch of Pokemon species. I'm expecting some bug types. I'm expecting a lot of grass types. Some birds. Not a ton of birds. I'm thinking, like, Viridian Forest type vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope there are more, like, fairy types.
Definitely. I want, like, a straight-up fae in this game.
I kind of want the, whatever the special legendary is to be a straight-up fae.
I'm about it. Okay, so one of the things that I really like about Farfetch'd, and they've done it in older games too, is that, like, before they made, like, games that, like, just didn't, or not games, they had Pokemon that just straight up didn't have evolutions.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them they did in bunches, like, Magmar got Magmortar, and Electabuzz got Electabuzz.
Yeah.
But there's one that didn't. Like, I don't think Jinx ever got an evolution.
No, Jinx got a baby form. Jinx got a Smoochum.
All 3 of them got baby form, too. They got Magby and Elekid.
Yeah, but they didn't get, like, that second evolution.
And so, like, I feel like Jinx may be due for one of those. They gave some of those that kind of treatment with, like, Mega Evolutions. Like, Mega Kangaskhan stands out to me. And Mega Sableye as well.
Mm-hmm.
But Sirfetch'd is either an alternate form or a true evolution, or, and hear me out on this one, Farfetch'd may actually be like a devolution. Because, like, its Pokedex entry says, like, when it breaks its leak, it, like, stops being a warrior or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, Farfetch'd could actually be, like, a evolution, but turns out to be weaker somehow, which is, like,
okay.
rare, but, like, things like that have happened before. Chansey turns out to actually be a better choice with, like, a certain item than, say, Blissey, even though Blissey has better stats. And so, like, one of the things that I would be really interested in, the Galar region, is if they made an evolution for Shuckle.
Ooh, okay.
And, Dunsparce would also be a good choice, too.
Fuck Dunsparce.
Like, Dunsparce is just one of those Pokemon where, like, yeah, no, it totally never evolves. But, like, yeah, no, it evolves, but only in this particular place. Like, it needs, like, the waters of, like, Britain or whatever.
Needs the special waters infused with the Fey energy, and then what does it do? It just rolls over or something? Like,
no, like, what if it actually becomes, like, a Fey, like, creature, kind of like Togetic or something?
ooh, okay, so, like, it turns out, like, the Dunsparce is, like, the pupate stage or whatever.
Right.
And it, like, opens up, and those tiny wings are, like, the tiny wings of the actual Fey creature.
Yeah.
That'd be neat.
And then it, like, gains, like, a fairy typing or something. Like, the idea is that, like...
It still looks stupid.
Well, yeah, it should kind of still look stupid. I think a lot of Pokemon get, like, the swan treatment too often.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we actually need it. But I do like the idea of, like, Pokemon digging into its, like, back catalog. Because, like, making new mons and extending the numbers is meaningful and useful. But I think one of the things that it can do is, like, show that, like, Pokemon evolve in different areas under different circumstances. The same way that, like, evolutions, like, we just assumed, like, that's weird that there's no, like, ice type or grass type. And it's like, well, like, if you take them to this certain environment, they're able to gain, like, that kind of change. Or you can get, like, psychic or dark types if they are happy enough during the night or the day. And just, like, exposing these kinds of Pokemon into different environments, causing them to change in new ways, sounds a lot more akin to, like, the idea of evolution as we know it colloquially. Mm-hmm. And having that expressed through, like, how the game works in, like, different environments, like, to adapt to certain circumstances is really cool. And I hope the Pokemon Company continues to do that.
I hope the Pokemon Company uses our not England setting as an opportunity to give Eevee a Steel and a Dragon type.
I'm down for Steel Eevee. I am still on the fence about
Dragon Eevee?
Dragon Eevee, yeah.
Why?
Because, like, Dragon type... I don't want to say there's too many Dragon types. Because, like, proportionally there aren't that many, but, like, Dragon type has always been a popular typing because of how strong it was and, like, how cool it looked for most Pokemon that turned out to be dragons. But I feel like it's overused, that, like, every Dragon type is, like, straight up powerful. Like, there are very few actual weak Dragon type Pokemon, which is fine because there's not supposed to be that many of them. But now, like, we are firmly in, like, double-digit dragon territory. I think we have at least 20.
Okay, and so you feel like that's enough?
Yeah, I feel like that's enough for now. I feel like dragon types should stay rare. I don't want to ever get to a point where, like, there are as many dragon types as, say, like, fighting-type Pokemon. Or, like,
rock
psychic types. Or rock. If there are as many dragon types as rock types, like, that's fucking insane.
The meta has changed. Rock is rare. We are in space.
Because rocks are fucking everywhere. Coming across a dragon-type Pokemon should be, like, an event, not, like, an expectation. And I feel like Eevee getting a dragon-type should be a big deal, but there are other typings that I wanted to get to first. Like I
Ghost?
actually want... Yeah, I want a Ghost-type and I want a Fighting-type Eevee. I want a Ghost-type Eevee specific with a unique Curse interaction.
Okay.
Any Pokemon that learns Curse, they get stronger and more durable, but they get slower. Mm-hmm. And Ghost types basically do like a super dot on their opponent, like a Toxic or something, but it costs them half their health to do it. And I want Ghost Eevee to have, like, a unique ability that, like, when it uses Curse, something crazier happens. Like, I don't know. Like, it uses Curse and, like, it has a unique, like, battlefield terrain or something.
It uses Curse and the enemy side becomes haunted. Kind of like a Leech Seed or whatever, where there's either a chance for, like, paralysis or there's a chance that it'll, like, give health back to Eevee.
That could be cool. Let's say that it's a unique battlefield terrain, it's haunted, and, like, it has a detriment where, like, something low, like 10-20% chance of, like, a negative status inflicted on you. And, like, it doesn't overlap with double status or anything. So, that's a thing that could happen. But it could be cleared by, say, Psychic-type Pokemon, and, like, Ghosts and Dark-type Pokemon are immune to it, and maybe, like, if you are on the side that's haunted, a Ghost-type gets buffs, and, like, a Dark-type gets, like, a speed increase or something.
Ooh,
like,
okay, yeah, okay, because then you could use it in, like, double battles as, like, an offensive for yourself.
Yeah.
By cursing your partner Pokemon. Ooh, okay. I want it to be that, like, Psychic types can only clear it if they have, like, Foresight or something? Not Foresight. What's the one I'm thinking of?
Future Sight?
No, the one that, identifies a Pokemon.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about, that one.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Because you can, like, see through whatever it is that they're trying to hide.
No, that might be Foresight.
Is it Foresight?
Yeah, the user pinpoints the opponent's location.
Alright then. That one.
Yeah. It's that one, and, like, fighting types have a version of it too, which is called Detect. No, wait, no, Detect is the Protect common thing. Shit. But
I know what you're talking about, though.
That kind of shift could create, like, an interesting maneuvering in the meta. Because Dark-type Pokemon are already pretty strong, but they're mostly, like, offensive. But maybe, like, they get a defensive boost in, like, haunted areas. And, like, Ghost-type moves are strong because they can bully, like, Psychic types and whatnot. But Ghost-type Pokemon aren't great because their stats aren't especially great, with the exception of, like, Gengar. And, like, Gengar's always gonna be fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
But having other Ghost-type Pokemon enter the meta, like fucking, like, Golurk, or, like, Frostlass, or, like, a version of Glalie that doesn't need to, like, sacrifice itself with self-destruct.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Like, there are ways to, like, move this game around and, like, shake stuff up. And I hope they take some real opportunities, because I haven't heard great things about Dynamaxing.
I hope so too. I'm interested. Okay, so if we don't get our Dragon-type Eevee this time and we just get, like, a Steel and a Ghost, maybe?
I'm down.
I think a Steel-type is, like, due at this point just because of all the Knights. But if we don't get the Dragon-type this time, then we've got to get the Dragon-type when we go to Totally Not China.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it.
That's fair. If we don't get it now, we'll get it in Totally Not China.
That's when the Switch has, like, an install base in China. When they're allowed to sell Switches out there, Pokemon Company announces the next one is not China. They sell 3 billion copies of Pokemon.
Dude, yes.
Like,
it's the first mainline Pokemon they can play.
Right. The first mainline Pokemon in mainland China.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Okay, we should probably... What's the next news story? Oh, right! Oh, shit,
oh,
guys.
right, wait, more!
You gotta hear about this. So, Mortal Kombat 11 is getting a new co-op mode that NetherRealms revealed on a live stream this past Thursday. The mode will let 3 players work together to take down a larger enemy. Colloquially, we know these things as raids. The new mode is called Team Raids, which pits 3 characters against their own individual opponents that all work toward taking down the big enemy as a team. During these individual fights, players will have the chance to do specific challenges that could give the entire team power-ups or do extra damage to the main boss. Each of these fights are timed, so everyone on your 3-person team will have to pull their weight. Ha! Fighting game for DPS checks. You'd love to see it. As their name implies, this new mode takes inspiration from more traditional MMO raids and is intended to be one of Mortal Kombat 11's most difficult challenges. And hopefully, they're not difficult because, like, the game is bullshit. Like, I don't know if you saw, like, some of the tower challenges, Tegan.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, enemies could deal, like, triple damage. They all have, like, 280% health. They have, like, invisible attacks that, like, teleport across the screen, like all sorts of wacky bullshit that they're just able to do. Ooh, okay, so this is actually one of my favorite things. The reason I like raiding in video games is that it's a PvE encounter that feels like bullshit whenever you start, but what it really is that it's a boss that plays with powers that are greater than yours that loses convincingly. There are ways to deal with everything that it does, and it just needs you to pull everything out of your hat. Like, that's the deal.
Okay.
Especially when you play like Final Fantasy 14, there are situations where like you feel like you're on the ropes and whatnot, or like things are really dangerous, but you always have more than you need to deal with. Tanks, like, even if they feel like they're about to die, like when they pull too many enemies or whatever, they literally have a button that makes it so that they take 30% less damage. Instead of taking 100k in this hit, they take 70k, and that's like 2 global cooldowns for like the healer. Healers, like, it looks like when the whole party's gonna take a shit ton of damage, as long as someone's putting shields up, you could, like, potentially shield everyone for half their effective HP, and then, like, heal them for, like, twice their total HP afterwards. Like, you have those tools available that you could overdo anything you actually need until you get to raids. Raiding tests you on, like, how well you know your kit and how much you can get away with. Mm-hmm. Because the game's gonna hit you with some real bullshit, but honestly, like, you just need to sit there and say, hey, there's this ability that I literally never use. Maybe it could be useful here. And then, like, you realize, oh, like, this is entirely doable, and maybe I can work this into my natural rotation. The only downside is that it makes, like, normal content, like, feel really brain dead. After I started, like, raiding as, like, Scholar and realized that, like, my fairy could actually do pretty much all of my healing if I micromanage it properly, and I could just spend the rest of my time doing damage, I started going into dungeons and just, like, auto-following someone and just falling asleep while, like, my fairy healed everything and get 3 commendations afterwards. And Mortal Kombat specifically, let's just stick to Mortal Kombat 11, has a lot of tools that are underutilized and a lot of skills that can be developed on, like, the player side that aren't important to a lot of players' experiences, which is what causes this huge divide between, like, casual players and people that, like, compete, like, even on a local level. And I hope that raids offer an opportunity in a PvE format that allows people that are either more interested in getting involved with, like, the higher tier gameplay, or people that are unexposed to some of the more fundamental optimizations that fighting games have available, and they become better players for it. Like, I hope it bridges the gap between, like, people who, like, compete and, like, it gives them a meaningful challenge, but also helps, like, people who can't see any of those strings, like, catch up.
That's what it sounds like it's trying to do, honestly.
If that is, like, it's ostensibly a good thing.
I'm interested in the fact that it's timed fights. Everyone in your 3-person team is doing it. Like, I don't know if it's, like, everybody's on the same couch or if it has to be online or whatever. Like, that kind of stuff has me more wary, because the last thing you need in any MMO raid is somebody lagging out, you know?
Yeah, no, that's definitely, like... So, I feel like in a PvE environment, it's different. In PvP, like, there are definitely, like, Wi-Fi players that, like, that drag down the experience for the person that they're playing against. Mm-hmm. But, like, in PvE, since you're basically running against the server and the server's checking you, it's less intensive because, well, it depends on, like, how they handle the PvE encounter. If it's scripted, it's a lot easier to do, which, like, will ultimately, like, damage, like, how replayability works, but it would be more effective as a teaching tool if it does the same thing every time. Mm-hmm. But also, you know, fighting games are a lot more fluid where, like, things are reactive, so maybe, like, it's still, like, scripted, but not, like, explicitly, where, like, I'm always gonna start with, like, medium kick into a combo, but instead, like, if you do this, I do that, more akin to, say, things like Dark Souls and Monster Hunter and, like, Sekiro. And if they do it like that, it'll be a lot easier to manage in terms of, like, connection, because it's just spitting data at you and you're pressing buttons in response. If it runs it like in an instance manner where like you're in this space together and you're not actually interacting with each other outside of like flipping the switches for the buffs that could come out, it should be a lot less intensive for a lot of players.
Okay.
Hopefully. Yeah. I mean, if that becomes a common thing, like it'll definitely like destroy the experience. But I think it should be okay if they use the tools that are already available for these types of like experiences.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they divide it into like 2 tiers, and like the first tier is all scripted.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second tier has more of that like wild cardness thrown in.
Yeah.
For like people who have done it a bunch and like maybe want to try something a little different.
I'm actually interested in how like the big fight where like it's actually 3v1 will like really look like.
Mm-hmm.
Will they actually run it like, say, like a Marvel style game where you are on a 3-man team? And then if that's true, then how do you decide who tags in and out? Or if it's literally like all 3 of you like on a single screen fighting like some powerful enemy, and like, are we going to get something more akin to like a like enemy that takes up the entire screen and you have to move around it? Or you end up with like a side-scroller type of experience like Dead Cells, but like there's 3 of you jumping around versus this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like what happens if you start to crowd each other and stuff like that. Oh my god, okay, hold on. You might end up with something, I'm going to try to coin it if someone hasn't said this before. You might end up with like cooperative footsies.
Ooh, okay.
Where like you set up combos where each of you are like spaced a particular way, where like you're protecting yourself from like your opponent's attacks, but in addition to like trying to stay where you can continue to hit the enemy, because a lot of like combos like move your target around, you end up setting up sequences where you attack enemies that they bounce around in a way so that your teammate can follow up, kind of like the same way that like duos work like in Smash Bros, where like you knock opponents into like each other's combo and you have like a cooperative combo.
Alright.
That could be cool, but I don't know how that would really work. Even Smash hasn't done like a cooperative PvE experience yet. The closest thing is maybe like Home Run Contest.
Mm-hmm.
Where like you have 2 people beat up on the sandbag, but
it's still not quite the same.
Yeah. So, like, this does feel like new territory, and, like, I hope it goes well, because, like, it could be a really big, cool, and interesting thing, but who knows? We'll see how it happens. There's no date for it yet, but when it does come out, we'll definitely follow up on it.
For sure. Mortal Kombat, you have our attention. You haven't had our attention for a while, but you have it now.
Hope you use it well.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll just drag you through the mud. It's fine. So, Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rocky, remember when Google Glass was a thing?
You mean the thing for, like, nerds that got bullied on the streets?
Yeah, where you do the glasses and stuff? You know, and you wear them on your face?
You ask people how to get people to stop bullying you for wearing the glasses?
Yeah, it was peak nerd time, back to being bullied for wearing glasses.
Ooh.
So, what if we did that, but Facebook?
That sounds bigger and scarier.
Yeah, well, I have bad news.
Okay.
So, Oculus is developing a set of glasses that will share with the user Facebook information in the real world while they're wearing the glasses.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know I'm a fan of augmented reality.
Yep.
But, like, Google Glass sucked.
Yep, well, what's going on is Oculus, using, like, part of Facebook Reality Labs, is apparently building a massive real-world index system to collect photo scans of indoor and outdoor spaces to associate with this metadata so that they can pull it up while you're wearing the glasses.
That doesn't sound safe.
It gives me big Matrix vibes.
You know what it reminds me of?
Yeah.
The Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
With Christian Bale, where, like, Morgan Freeman gives him that, like, system that allows him to see into every cell phone. And, like, listening to those things, like, it was definitely parodying the Patriot Act, which is a big deal. But the thing that this reminds me of is that they were able to use every cell phone to, like, pulse out radio waves so that they could, like, map pretty much every place a cell phone was.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook presumably has access to that kind of, like, technology. Like, if they just, like, put out a ringer from, like, every phone that has a Facebook app on it, they could give that information to Oculus and they could probably, like, map most of the world. And, like, that's... I don't think I want Facebook to have that map. I'm pretty sure I don't want anyone to have that map.
Yeah, I'm not particularly fond of that map. That's not, like... I mean, there was, like, a room scanning sequence in the video that they showed at the, Connect conference. Which is, like, it's freaky. It's freaky. It's very freaky, actually. But, like, the other stuff seems cool, where, like, if you're wearing the glasses, you can do a video chat with someone and, like, sit them down in an empty chair or something. Or, like, you can look at, like, movie titles and stuff and see, like, star reviews in real time or whatever.
Wait, okay.
Yeah.
I want to rescind something. Mm-hmm. I am okay with exactly 3 people having that map of the world.
Is one of them you?
No, I don't want that map. I can't handle that kind of responsibility. But, like, I'd be cool if Michelle Obama had that map.
Okay.
I think. I would be okay if Chris Evans had that map.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And I'm not sure if I'd be happy about it, but I would be very interested in the results if Jackie Chan had that map.
Ooh, okay. All right. Okay.
I see some real shenanigans if, like, Jackie Chan already has that knowledge, like, the whole world is just a Jackie Chan movie, like, waiting to happen, I'm in. That sounds amazing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm in for that. I'm 100% in for that.
Okay, you were saying about...
There's, like, areas where this would be potentially very helpful. And there's a lot of areas where this would be uncomfortable. If Facebook is able to pull up info on everybody who has a Facebook in real time, not only is no one a stranger, everyone is instantly stalkable. Like, you're not just people watching at that point.
Oh, God.
There are safety concerns.
Mm-hmm.
Like, real, legitimate safety concerns that I don't know they've considered.
Yeah, I think they're gonna wait until they get sued to figure that out.
I feel like you start figuring that out now.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta put that stuff in, like, now, and I don't think they are. You know?
Yeah, like, I don't think they're doing that work.
There's parts that, like, could be good, though. Like, you could have live translation, which would be nice. If I could pull up, like, a Google Maps in the corner of my screen while I was walking around somewhere, that'd be neat. But, like, I was thrilled to be using my AR for my Pokemon, but I don't know about using my AR for, like, literally everything else.
Yeah, right?
People's just, like, I could just picture, like, you're just, like, looking in a room and people's just, like, names and Facebook profile info just starts popping up. That would be bad.
Those are, like, shades that they're gonna give to, like, Class C executives at some point. And I don't want them to have that, because I know they already do it in their heads, and I don't want to save them that time.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope that, like, AR is ultimately not a truly powerful technology. I hope that, like, they start doing this work and they realize this probably isn't worth the trouble. And so then it goes back to creative so that we can do, like, goofy stuff like stadium-wide Pokemon battles or shit like that.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, one of the issues with, like, watching Overwatch is its actual perspective. Watching it play out from, like, the first persons of these people and, like, the third persons, like, post-kill cams isn't the best way to watch anything, to be honest. But, like, rendering it with, like, a third camera is something that Blizzard doesn't really want to do. And it, like, causes problems with things like people who walk into buildings and whatnot. Like, you'd have to have, like, not one overhead camera or anything, but, like, several cameras, like, 30 some cameras per fucking level or whatever.
Right.
And someone like switchboarding them and whatnot. And that's untenable. But it'd be really cool if like maybe you had like a AR rendering of like the map where like people sit in a stadium and like put on glasses and they can see like the players like running in and out of different places and whatnot.
Oh, that'd be neat. That'd be very neat.
But like, you know, that technology doesn't exist yet. We're not even close. But, you know, I have ideas about AR. They are not actionable at all. I'll come back when I have real ideas.
I mean, these are real ideas. You just gotta start with like the baby thing. So, like, what's the step before that? What's the step before that?
I don't know. Rendering a room that you can watch from multiple perspectives?
Oh, you could do, like, a Clue murder mystery thing with that.
That could be cool. I'd like that a lot. Especially because, like, you could run essentially, like, a mystery murder theater thing in, like, a warehouse. And then you just give everyone AR glasses, they pick their clothes or whatever, and then you just do the mystery.
That'd be cool. I'm in. I'm into that. I'm not into this, though. Oculus, this is weird. Also, I don't need my Facebook on my face. Like, I really don't. I really don't. Anyway, do you have, like, better news, Rocky, than, like, the state is coming for us?
It's better than that, but it's not great.
Oh, okay.
I have to go back in time, I'm sorry. So the story starts in 1982, when a group of MIT students created an unauthorized, quote, enhancement kit named, quote, Crazy Auto for Bandai Namco's arcade hit Pac-Man. The MIT group, which organized under the name General Computer Corporation, then reached out to U.S. Pac-Man distributor Bally Midway. Fucking Billy Midway, holy shit.
Billy Midway.
To develop that modification into the officially licensed Miss Pac-Man, right?
Okay. As
part of the Crazy Auto licensing deal, GCC received the right to a perpetual royalty payment whenever a Miss Pac-Man game is sold. Because the enhancement went with every Miss Pac-Man, so they get a cut. That makes sense. Bally Midway retained the copyright and trademark rights to the game and its characters, though, which Bandai Namco eventually reacquired in the intervening years. Bandai Namco is trying to get everything under their house these days, and according to a federal lawsuit filed by Bandai Namco this past week, they had been negotiating with the successors of that GCC deal in order to resolve the relationship the two companies had with the game, probably to get the royalty rights under Bandai Namco somehow. And the agreement apparently was very near being signed until another company, At Games, swooped in and acquired the royalty rights for themselves. For anyone who doesn't know, At Games is currently being sued by Bandai Namco for various copyright
issues.
Yeah, we'll call it that. Like, there was an incident where they put out an emulator which was originally going to have in-house emulated games and they looked good, but they didn't run a production. So what they ended up doing to get the boxes out of the door is that they used unlicensed NES ROMs, which Bandai Namco was not cool with, and so they're being sued. And in the middle of that conflict, At Games decided to underscoop Bandai Namco trying to clean up this Miss Pac-Man business, and now At Games is going to get the royalties until this issue is resolved. But what that means is that no one's probably going to make new Miss Pac-Man stuff until it is resolved. Because, you know, Bandai Namco wants all the money, and they don't want to share with At Games because they don't even like them. They're actively suing them. We actually have a quote from the At Games CEO, Dr. Ping Kong Hsing, saying, as part of the ongoing initiative to be caretakers of important cultural touchstones, we are privileged to gain these valuable rights pertaining to the iconic Miss Pac-Man arcade game. Which, you know, sounds good, but At Games should not be trusted. I wish Brian was here, because Brian would yell about the history of At Games. I'm sure he'll do it next week.
I hope he does a Twitter thread on it. Brian, learn how to thread a Twitter and do a Twitter thread on it for us.
Wait, no. It's actually a great opportunity to talk about this. Brian knows how to make Twitter threads now. And we know this because Brian added the man whose podcast put a copyright strike against our podcast, Raimon Samso and added him on Twitter and ripped into the dude in a pretty convincing Twitter thread. I'm a little proud. My man's learning Twitter.
Yay! He's getting there.
But yeah, Bram, we're going to need a thread on at games. It's important. Do
Please.
it for the culture.
I know you have that knowledge just buried in your brain. I know it's there. You can't tell me it doesn't exist. It does. Fight me.
So share it with the world, Bran. Because as we know, like all energy in the universe is expressed in motion, all motions expresses waves, and all waves expresses curves, and there are no straight lines, Bran.
I don't know what any of that means, Rocky. Oh, I don't know what any of that means.
Well, like, Tegan, you'll know whenever you stop dancing on water for tips and open the flower of life.
What the hell? I'm lost and afraid.
Okay, Tegan, we have one more thing. Hit us with it.
Yeah,
Let's go.
We have one more thing, and as Brian would be so eager to point out, like, we don't have to cover this because we haven't in the past. But guess what? We're doing it now, and I'm just going to make it part of my regular rotation, just like with the Nintendo Directs. When Sony does a State of Play, we're going to talk about it, because the last State of Play on the 24th looked like a Nintendo Direct, but slightly to the left. Instead of white, it was black, and instead of red, it was blue, and it was basically a Nintendo Direct, but not fun. It's missing the child whimsy that Nintendo has, but whatever. Anyway, so the State of Play, they only talked about a handful of games, whereas Nintendo often dumps like 30 to 50 games on us. They started with Humanity, which literally, while I was watching it, thought was just the weird intro of the State of Play. I didn't realize it was a game until at the end when they said Humanity is coming out in 2020.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't know what it is.
It kind of looks like a shittier, totally accurate battle simulator.
Mm-hmm. It gave me very similar vibes to Control, honestly. Like, it's got a lot of that weirdness in it.
I feel that.
I don't know. I don't know that I'm interested enough to pick it up, but I'm definitely like, If there's a soundtrack for that, I might pick that up, because that music was good. I enjoyed that.
The music was good.
Then they went into Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and I cannot stress enough how much I do not care about Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I don't care about Call of Duty. I don't know who these people are. Everybody's all excited. I don't get it. This is what you get for not going to fucking E3, PlayStation. You could have had that trailer at E3, and instead you released it onto the internet, and it got lost. Because no one watches your State of Play!
Also, it's important to remember that this Call of Duty Modern Warfare is neither a remake nor a remaster, but a totally original, new Call of Duty game.
Old characters, new plot.
Still called Modern Warfare.
Then it turns out the guys who do Katamari Damacy are making a new game called Wadum, and I don't know what Wadum is, but I'm intrigued.
It looks neat.
Everybody's a shape. They're, like, stacked or not, and they're talking, and, like, two of them had top hats, and they were, like, lifting the top hats, and there were tiny brains underneath. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up, but I'm gonna get it.
One of them was, like, a toilet, and, like, it, like, consumed another one.
Yeah! Like, what is that? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna pick it up.
You can play it co-op and solo.
Yeah! Then they showed us a game called Arise, which I'm all about. I think Brian will also like this one. You start as, like, a man who has died, and you're, like, traveling through a world. It's got a good art style. There was a game I played on Xbox a while ago that was, like, a fox and a little Eskimo Inuit person, and, like, it's giving me those vibes, but, like, cleaner and cel-shaded, and I like it. I'm interested in Arise. Then they showed us a bunch of VR games. LA Noire VR case files. Brian is going to get a chance to do some semen testing again. And I'm saying it that way so that Brian knows he has to pick up this game. It's not optional. Also, he needs to get a VR headset if he doesn't already have one. I don't know if he does. Whatever. You'll figure it out, Brian. I have faith in you.
He should already have one for fucking Tetris Effect. I'd be really surprised if he doesn't.
I don't have one for Tetris Effect, and I wish I did. But also, I don't want to spend like $300 on a thing for just one game.
True.
Says the person who wanted a Wii so they could play Skyward or whatever. Anyway, predictable bitch. Then they showed us a bunch of other VR games. So there's a game called Gorn that looks like Colosseum-style game, but you're fighting as, like, not monsters, but monsters. They showed us Espire 1 VR Operative, which also gave me kind of Control vibes, but different, but slightly to the left, because there's no superpowers, but still, like, office shooter shenanigans. They showed us Stardust Odyssey, which is like a space travel game, which I'm very interested in, but I will never be able to play because, again, no VR headset. That one looks like fun, and it seems to imply that there's co-op involved, where, like, you and other people who have VR headsets can run the ship together, and that would be sweet. Then they showed us After the Fall, which isn't coming out until 2020. That looks like your standard sort of post-apocalyptic game. And then Space Channel 5, kind of funky news flash, is coming this fall.
Nice.
Huh? I wasn't expecting that one, but okay.
I'm about it.
Then they gave us an update on Medieval. There's a demo available now. You can play it if you want. I'm still not personally, like, invested in it, but...
I messed with the demo a bit. It's some good nostalgia, but it's nothing to write home about.
Okay, fair enough. Then they showed us that Civ 6 is coming with the DLC. It's coming November 22nd. It looks good, but also, like, everyone else has had Civ 6 for a while. So, you know. Then they showed us Death Stranding. We still have no idea what Death Stranding is about the human connection, according to Kojima. So, like, it's about the human connection. But they showed us the limited edition Death Stranding PlayStation bundle, which has a white PlayStation with the black handprints on it. Cool. And a piss yellow controller. That controller is clear in the color of pee.
Well, yeah.
I want that controller.
It looks good.
It's a good color. It's a good, vibrant yellow controller, but...
I'm kind of sad that the BB isn't in it.
Yeah! Like, I almost want to open it up and put a small, like, a plastic baby inside it. But also, to match the system itself, I kind of wish they'd done, like, a white controller with, like, the black drip on it. Where it was, like, white on the bottom, black on top, but the black dripped onto the bottom part. Like, someone, like, the spooky handprint had, like, picked up the controller itself. I feel like that would have been a really neat way to do that.
That could have been cool.
Yeah. And then they showed us a game called After Party where you and your friend, co-op or single, have to outdrink the devil. I'm into that. Like, the narration was funny, the character designs look cute, like, interested in that one. And then they showed us a big new trailer for The Last of Us 2 and told us it's coming out on February 21st. Huzzah. A date, finally. How many years has it been? It's been 84 years. I keep wanting to say it feels like Kingdom Hearts 3, but it doesn't. It's taken so long at this point. I hope it's worth it. I hope everybody really likes this game. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was the state of play. It was the same 20-minute length. Nintendo's are typically like 30 to 40 minutes, so it's like half the size and like a third of the content. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that either. Maybe state of plays will start happening more often?
Probably. Like, they may get, like, cyclical.
Like, Nintendo's happen, like, every couple months. You know?
Yeah, it's pretty safely, like, every 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, like, there's at least one a quarter, typically. Sometimes there are more. But, like, if there's, like, one big game coming out, and they're like, we're gonna do one just for this game, and then we're gonna do another one that's just for, like, everything else. Which is fair. Sony's gotta figure out what their online voice sounds like, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think at this point they can, like, fuck it up to the point where, like, it's gonna be a Google Stadia sort of situation. But having it be a Nintendo Direct slightly to the left is wrong.
I feel like what they're gonna do, like, what Parks and Rec did. They started with The Office with Amy Poehler.
Uh-huh.
And then they shifted away from that by, like, making it more about, like, the town instead of us being locked in with these characters. What they'll do is that, like, they're gonna bite until, like, they find a way to, like, make themselves distinct, and then they'll lean on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they figure it out soon.
Same. You know who figures out some of these people who keep releasing games on Steam on Saturdays?
Oh, God. Stop it.
It's time for what came out on Steam today.
What came out on Steam today, Rocky?
Okay, so far, 5 games have come out on Steam today. First up is Stormwind EX. Stormwind EX is a shoot 'em up in the tradition of old arcade games. If it moves, shoot it.
All right. That's a mood.
You can play mission mode, it's all one word, mission mode, with all 16 levels, with saving your progress with every finished level, or arcade mode, also one word, with 6 levels and no continues. 16 levels, 3 difficulty levels, configurable controls, different weapons selectable, upgradable weapons, drones, and different type of weapon drone formations, additional super weapons like Super Beam and Smart Bombs, more than 20 large boss enemies, hundreds of different enemies, achievements, high score, and level statistics. Level statistics is also one word, customizable user interface. So, this looks like a shoot 'em up, and it looks good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's surprisingly solid.
How many dollars is it?
Oh, okay, never mind. Just broke my heart. So it says today is the release date. The game says that it's not available. It still says coming soon.
So they just haven't made it live yet, right?
Yeah. That's pretty much where we're at.
All right.
Okay, next game is Cardaria. Cardaria is a simple and smart collectible card game with unusual mechanics. This is a relist. Apparently released in July 30th. But they, like, renewed its, like, release date to today. Oh, because it's free. That's why.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's free. About this game. Create your deck. Fight with real players. 6 various heroes. More than 200 unique cards and an infinite number of different strategies are waiting for you. Success of the game depends entirely on you. Create smart decks to defeat your enemies. Get new cards to expand your own collection and create unusual decks. Perform daily and additional in-game quests to win valuable rewards. Challenge enemies in the arena to get a treasure chest. Oh, God. Oh, my God. No way.
What?
Tegan, this is a Russian Hearthstone knockoff.
What?
100%. What? Exact same game. But it's Russian. This interface is just like one for one. It's called Cardaria. Holy shit.
Oh, my God.
This is amazing. How are they still alive? Oh, my God. Okay, I can't believe this right now. Cardaria? Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. Too wild for me. I gotta let them go. I gotta move on to the next thing. Next game is General Coco for 59 cents. All the eggs from the chicken coop were stolen. It's time to punish all those abductors who encroached on someone else's good. Oh my God. It has like a old platformer look, like kind of like Super Mario 2-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a cursor where it's also a third-person shooter.
Oh.
And you play as a chicken soldier, General Coco. And you shoot your way through the game, presumably. I don't know if you're actually collecting eggs, but you're definitely killing stuff. And they explode into like a pile of like orbs, which I'm pretty sure is how people die. About this game, General Coco takes charge. General Coco is a 2D platform game with shooter elements with a side view. The player will play the role of an unshakable soldier who must overcome all the obstacles in his path despite his insidious enemies. The general has at his disposal 3 types of weapons, as well as soldier ingenuity. Features: pixel graphics, attractive gameplay, unforgettable music. It looks kind of bad. It's also 59 cents, so whatever. Next is TextureWorks, which is not a video game. TextureWorks is an incredible one-stop powerful tool for texture synthesis, texture rescaling, texture map generations, with over 1,600 texture tiles available free with the base code to help you simplify your game development workflow. It is developed and published by Ankush Rai. Oh my God, this is actually a big thing. About this software. TextureWorks is an artificial intelligence-based easy texture generation and texture maps generation tool for preparing PBR materials for your 3D, 2D games. It has everything you need to build a complete texture from small patches or samples of images of your desired size. In addition, with the capability of generating all sorts of texture maps, it has also the tool for increasing the resolution of the images with advanced artificial intelligence-based algorithms to scale images to HD or 4K scale. From the task of texture generation to texture completion, texture rescaling, and texture map generation, this software is a one-stop shop to get all these solutions in one package. Not only that, you will also have a plethora of sample texture libraries of over 1,600 textures of various types for ready to be used in your 3D, 2D games at no additional cost. Texture library includes bark, brick walls, concrete, eatables, extra, fabric, floor, grassland, ground, hedge, marble, metal, rusted metal, moss, organic, paint chips, road, roof, rust, skin, stones, stone walls, walls 2, weathered walls, and wood. Key features. Texture generation of desired size from sample input image with the feature of texture completion. Texture rescaling to high resolution. Texture maps generation, normal, displacement, ambient occlusion, and specular. Texture visualizer and 3D environment with direct feedback to changes made in the software, and a free library of several essential textures, over 1,600 files to jumpstart your 3D, 2D game development. So normally I would think that this is like some sort of scam, but apparently they're charging $30 for it, and it's like a single guy in-house, so it might not be terrible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's like specifically like an animation modeling tool.
That's kind of nice.
The last game that came out on Steam today is Micro Car Crash Online Lego, because they're made of Legos. You are given freedom of action on an absolutely destructible toy car. Perform insane stunts on ramps and jumps. Take part in crazy car battles. Actually, I think this is closer to what I was talking about last week. Where it's like a destruction game with like a brighter, like cartoony like vibe. Like I think this might be it. I might fuck with this.
Where?
About this game. New exciting action-packed racing game, Car Crash Lego for all ages. Oh, they have to put a space between le and go. So like, you know, they don't get sued. Drive a racing toy car that breaks down into bricks in a collision with obstacles with a physically realistic destruction system. You are given complete freedom of action on a completely destructible machine on completely open locations for the execution of tricks, which your imagination will be the only limitation. Perform insane stunts on ramps and jumps. Maneuver between obstacles and avoid collisions at every impact. Never mind, I guess I was wrong. Parts from your car will fall off, which will not prevent it from moving on. You will have the opportunity to ride in a small toy car through huge rooms, stopping by a gigantic-sized furniture and flying over it with the help of jumps. Organize crazy battles on toy cars with your friends in multiplayer mode. Your victory will depend on the ability to maneuver among obstacles and calculate the moment when you need to strike the enemy while doing yourself minimal damage. Unlock and upgrade new cars by getting points in battles or performing dizzying stunts, as well as collecting coins scattered on the map. Realistic destruction system in which the car is broken to the ground. A variety of locations with a large number of steep jumps. Play with your friends in multiplayer mode. Single player game will not make you bored with many levels and tasks. Car Crash Lego Online is a game with unique gameplay, colorful designs of cars and locations, and will give you and your friends a lot of bright, unforgettable emotions, returning you for a moment to the world of childhood. So yeah, it's all the stuff that came out on Steam today.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that one was actually a lot. Oh my god. So we do have some scratching post stuff, but we're going to wait for Brian to come back so we can follow that. Tegan, can you take us home today?
Yeah, sure. So this is Impossible Coin. There are many podcasts like it, but this one is ours. We talk about video games and stuff. It's cool. If you like what you heard, or if you don't like what you heard, leave us a review on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, wherever the heck you found us. The guy who did our music at the beginning and end of this podcast is Big Satch. You can follow him on SoundCloud at Big Satch NJ or on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. Wow! We also have a t-shirt and a logo, and they were designed by a lovely person named Lauren Moran. You can follow her on Twitter at Lauren Moran, and always consider donating to our Patreon because she is great and deserves all of the money.
True.
And in addition to all of that, you can harass all of us individually. Rocky's on Twitter, Brian's on Facebook, I am on Tumblr. Although, Brian and I also do respond on the Twitters, just Rocky sees it first. So, you know, we just harass each other underneath it. It's all a good time, and it's all in good fun. So yeah, that's it? Is that it? Is that all the stuff you do? I think that's all the
Pretty
stuff
much.
you do. Yeah.
All of our handles are Impossible Coin on social media. No spaces.
Oh yeah, that too.
Okay, so y'all, that's our show. We're glad that we could share this time together. And we hope to see you next week. Tegan won't be here, I think.
Yes, I will not be here. I will be somewhere else. I will be gallivanting across the United States. I believe I will be at Disney, possibly in a Naruto cosplay.
That sounds like fun.
We'll see. It'll be a time. It's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween time, so you know.
Also, we may have a mystery guest while Tegan's gone.
Ooh, I
on.
want to know. I can't know. That's part of the mystery.
Part of the mystery. So until next time, later.
Bye.